Doty, the world famous synth reviewing Mark Doty. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing quite well. We're here at NAMM 2013 in the Bob Moog Foundation booth, where we are putting forward the legacy of Bob Moog. And we're doing this using Eric Norlander's Wall of Doom. This is actually only 2/3 of his Moog modular synthesizer. There's another 2 cases. But we have enough here to, well, it's the only thing that could fit in the booth, basically. But we have enough here to really demonstrate these incredible modules. We have some modules from 1967 and some from 1972. And basically, we've been demonstrating this to show the incredible power of this device that Bob Moog invented in 1964. And certainly here at NAMM, this device and the origin of this type of device has had an incredible impact. And so what better place to demonstrate where it all started?
So let's have a look at what are those 1960 modules? Let's show us.
We have 1967, the 901Bs.
Okay, and let's have a tour.
And we have some more 901Bs over here from 1967. Basically, any of the modules that you see that have the RA Moog logo here at the bottom are the 1967 modules. The ones that have the later Moog are from the 1972. It has a rare unit that you apparently rarely see, the reverberation unit.
Excellent, 1 knob.
Yep. I was being told by Gene Stopp yesterday that originally those have just like a spring. There's just like a spring in there, and that's the reverb, which is fantastic. This particular module does not, this particular modular has updated, these are new mixers. They're a modification that Eric had made, and they're really fantastic, really simple to use. You just plug in, you have control over whether the sound is on or off, which you can see with the light. You have control over the volume. And then he added this super cool thing down here at the bottom, which are sub-oscillators. It takes the input from any of the oscillator, divides it in half, and gives you an octave lower. So as if this 22 oscillator modular wasn't incredible enough, you also have 4 channels of sub-oscillator per mixer side. He has it divided into stereo. So basically for each of these, there's 8 sub-oscillators, which you might imagine can create quite a sound.
I think really it's time we heard what can this baby do?
You want to hear it? It's just for show. I'm just kidding. I have a patch here that's kind of crazy. It's got a big old chord in this section, and we've got a couple of sounds going on in this section. Let me turn all of them on. Traditional synth sound, a big bass sound, and then over here kind of an orchestral chord. The chord. We are triggering this from a little fatty that has been altered to be able to have CV outputs, because they don't usually have CV outputs. And I'm just noticing now that I'm playing, the one thing that the little fatty is adding to the sound we just heard is the glide. They have taken the CV output after the glide, which is kind of nice, because if you don't have the original Moog controller, we don't have a lag processor or anything to create glide or portamento here, so we're getting a little bit, but we can turn that off too. It's being very nice to me, because with the older oscillators, you get kind of about 2 octaves of relatively in tune, and then the scaling kind of goes wacky when you get outside those octaves. But it's being very nice to me. And actually, the 2 days, this is the 3rd day we've been here, the first 2 days I had to retune everything in the morning. But today I turned it on and it was pretty much in tune after sitting all night.
That's awesome.
Not being, you know.
I'll tell you what though, this is the temperature in this place is very patchy. It's really warm in here, but when you go down to the press room, it's absolutely freezing.
Oh, really?
It's really variable. Yeah.
Well, that's incredible. You know, one of the things people are like, oh, I'd love to have a Moog modular, but you know, they won't stay in tune. But I can tell you, after having worked with this for 3 days straight, it stays in tune enough,
Right.
you know, at least for the demos. But, and there are some sketchy things, but my gosh, the tone. For example, I have this orchestral sound going through the 904C filter coupler, which combines the high pass filter and the low pass filter. Now these are discrete high pass and low pass filters. There's no ICs in there. So you get this incredible, the sound that defined the Moog sound, really the sound that defined the term fat. But we have it in a band pass filter because the filter coupler combines both the high pass and the low pass filter, and you get the band that exists between it. So you can get these sort of pinched sounds, but they still have the Moog richness. You know, we associate that low pass, bassy sound, but we're getting the same richness with a really narrow pinch sound, which is a rare and beautiful thing. And that's why this thing is, why these things are worth so much money.
Mark, thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Please support the Bob Moog Foundation, and thank you also to Sonic State. I have a certain fondness for you guys. After all, you guys pretty much gave me my start, so thank you for that, and thanks for stopping by.